Hello everybody, welcome back to another discussion. And on today's discussion we're going to be talking about a drug. So I don't know if anyone has any problems, I guess, against that. Then I guess you shouldn't listen, but I'm going to be talking about weed today and what it can potentially do for you. It depends on I'm not gonna be the person to just say like you should do it. I don't know if I can be endorsing drugs on a platform, but you should try it as long as you know who you are as a person. Okay, if you know you're someone who gets addicted to things, very easily, then probably you don't need to try it. But for me, I don't really get addicted like that, so it's okay for me. It just depends how you want to use it as well. If you're going to get addicted and abuse the substance, then it's not going to be good. But yeah, essentially I just want people to know that weed is actually, it's a plant, it's a being. Like, if it affects your mind, it definitely has a frequency to it. And it depends how you want to approach the plant. Are you gonna show it love? Are you gonna actually enjoy the experience, or you're just abusing it and you're just gonna get high as fuck and fry your brains out? Okay, it depends how you want to use it. So yeah, that's it. Just to anyone who like just immediately thinks weed is bad, like it depends on how you're going to use it. Okay, if you're just going to use it to like just numb yourself out, then yeah, it's not good. It's not the best thing. Anyway, it's just my experience, what I've felt with weed, what it's taught me. And yeah, I think for me, weed has been a great teacher. Now, it wasn't always like this, as in I wasn't always spiritual. I was smoking weed before I became spiritual. Now, smoking, because I'm not going to claim I was smoking. I know people actually smoke a lot. I wasn't smoking a lot, guys, but I guess I was a social smoker. So yeah, first, I'll just get the normal stuff, guys. The normal stuff is you do it, food tastes better, music tastes better. You just have a different kind of perspective on things. Literally, your brain's just working in a different way, or you're being more appreciative. Like, I honestly think weed makes you more present. Like, weed actually makes you more present, which is why food tastes better, which is why music sounds better. So yeah, those are the things you probably notice if you just smoke it, like, and you're not really doing anything spiritual. What else did I notice? It made me kind of better at FIFA. Honestly, real talk, it made me a bit better at FIFA. So yeah, if you're good at games and then you smoke weed, you'll probably play better, because for me, it made everything in like slow motion. So yeah, I don't know. But as I said, it's literally just changing your perspective, becoming more present. So for me, becoming more present in FIFA made the game run slower and made me play better. But it did also give me paranoia a bit. Like, I would get paranoid sometimes when smoking weed. Now, what's the first thing I'm going to talk about? Now, I'm going to say, in regards to the paranoia, guys, I'm just going to be honest. In order to access a more spiritual path, or not even access, it's always there, but to open yourself up to the more spiritual experience, guys, I would say the main things it really boils down to is, one, you have to deal with the paranoia. Now, how did I deal with the paranoia? I realized, one, I probably shouldn't smoke it around bare people. Like, I can do it now because I know other things to do as well to deal with it, but you probably don't want to smoke around bare people. Secondly, you need to actually meditate, guys. As in, I only really dealt with the paranoia once I meditated on it. Like, meditated while I was high, and I would do like energy works as well. So from my experience, it's like weed makes you more present, but it also opens you up to your energy body. And therefore, that's why I was getting paranoid, and why I couldn't interact with certain things. Or I was just acting differently. I had to calm myself down. I had to make myself centered. So the first thing is, if you want to have a more spiritual experience, then yeah, I recommend that you get into meditation. Like, meditate whilst you're on it. Approach it from a holistic place. Approach it with love. Like, don't just abuse it. Don't smoke a whole spliff. Like, just smoke a bit of it. Meditate and become present with yourself. Because that's when I did that. That's when I actually dealt with like being paranoid. Like, now I smoke weed, I don't get paranoid. Because it's a mental thing. Paranoia is a mental thing, guys. It's literally you just overthinking. And you do that when you're sober and when you're high. But the problem is, when you're high, as it makes you more present, if you're going to overthink whilst being more tapped into yourself, that's why it gets like worse, and you're just overthinking, and you're sitting with people and you can't say anything because you're just in your head too much. So yeah, as I said before in other talks, get out your head. If you want to enjoy weed, you have to get out your head, guys. So I mean, I don't know who's listening here. Like, you might react differently to it. Like, I'm a thinker in it, so when I smoke it, sometimes it'd be calm, but then other times I smoke it, I get paranoid. But for some other people, you might be calm, or you might be on the other end of the spectrum and you get like even worse paranoia than me. So yeah, but that's in the past. Now I'm calm with it, guys. So yeah, first thing, energy body. Weed made me realize that there is definitely energy. There is actually energy running through our whole body, guys. Like, it's there. You can feel it in your fingertips. It's really this, guys. I don't know if I said it in another thing, but the energy is always there. The weed just allowed you to become more present to it. Okay, you can start to notice these things when you start to breathe more deeply as well. You start to breathe. You do qigong. You do energy practices that you might get from Eastern philosophies. Like, you start to actually implement them whilst you're high, and you'll start to notice there's actually energy moving between your hands, your fingers. I even notice that when I connect different fingers up, my brain feels different. So there's a thing they talk about. Well, essentially there's like 5 elements which make up the whole earth. Like, obviously everything's made out of energy, guys, but they say there's also 5 elements. So you've got earth, wind, water, air, and then ether. And there's a thing saying that each of your 5 fingers is connected to those 5 elements. And I think there is some truth to that, because when I connected up different fingers, I could feel that my head felt different in each one. So yeah, but as I said, energetic body is coming from you being more present. So one, weed will open you up to that, if you're also willing to open yourself up and shut down your mind a bit and become present with your body. Because that's the problem, guys. As I said before, I used to like think food tastes better, music tastes better. I was playing FIFA, I was distracting myself, guys. That's simply what I should have just put. I used to smoke weed and just be like distracting myself, playing games, or smoking weed, playing games. I only smoke weed now really to meditate or to become more present. So yes, guys, you want to feel this, you have to become more present in your body, which is why I said meditate, do the energy practices. Second thing, weed allowed me to experience Kundalini. Kundalini is just the flow of, and it's energy again, as I said, but it originates in your root chakra, if you believe in the chakra system, and it just flows through your body. It's very can be like orgasmic, pleasurable. It can it will show you where there's blockages as well. Like, when it first happened to me, to be honest, I was scared, because I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, what the fuck's going on? But the thing is, when it happens to you guys, if you get scared, it will go away. Like, if you're mentally scared of it, it will go away. Okay, it won't stay there. So you have to embrace it. But yeah, Kundalini flows through you. It can be orgasmic, it can be pleasurable. And yeah, it will show you the blockages. That's really, there is all to say about Kundalini, to be honest. It might be different for you. I had blockage in my heart chakra. And it obviously changes, because that happened again recently, and it didn't get stopped at from what I'm aware, or what I felt, it didn't get blocked at my heart chakra. So it can change. As I said, this world, it's all energy, it's always changing, and we're evolving beings, evolving species. That sometimes the blockages might go to somewhere else, and that's the energy telling you, okay, this is where you got to work on next. Simple as that. But yeah, guys, don't be scared of Kundalini. You shouldn't be scared of it, but you should only be scared if you're blocked up and you don't do the work. Like, if you don't do any work to help your mind, you don't do any work to release your traumas, you're not inquisitive about yourself and why you react to certain things, then yeah, if you awaken Kundalini just by taking bad drugs, then it's going to be a bit aggressive on you. So just make sure you're balanced. Second thing is it's helped me have TRE therapy, which is like traumatic release something. I don't know the third thing, but I read about it. I never really tried it, to be honest, but yeah, I went to like some yoga, then I smoked weed, and it just happened. So I mean, I think it doesn't happen all the time, but I'm just giving you my experiences, guys. That it can also help you release trauma. And TRE is basically when you're like, your whole body starts shaking, and it's basically to do with releasing excess energy which has been built up, or to do with like your blockages and it's basically trauma. It releases trauma through shaking out the energy, shaking out the trauma. So that's what else it's done. Okay, yes. Another thing weed has taught me is the importance of yoga, qigong, breathwork. Guys, there's a reason they tell you you're meant to breathe in from your stomach. Like, even now, I've been talking in this video, I don't think I've been breathing deeply. You see, it's like, that's how easy it is to slip back into shallow breathing, guys. But we all need to be doing breath work, guys, because breath work, when you breathe into your stomach here, that is called a dantian, okay, which is meaning it's a major storage of energy. See, I've got to make sure I deeply breathe now, guys, for this video. But when you deeply breathe, yeah, in this dantian, it literally rises up naturally throughout your whole body. So you need to breathe into your stomach. When you breathe into your chest, yeah, it makes you more stressed. It makes you more stressed. I'm pretty sure it's probably linked with depression. Like, you're not as free. You're literally not breathing energy into your whole body properly. You're using like 50% of your body. You're not operating at max capability, okay? You need to breathe into your stomach. So breath work, you should get into breath work. Because weed has shown me that breath work is like, it moves energy through your body. It will literally open up the higher, I won't say open up, but you'll feel energy, how it moves into your forehead and how it can move into the chakras. So breathwork is very important. Secondly, Qigong. Qigong is essentially, it's a movement of your body where you're trying to move and breathe at the same time. So you literally merge the breathwork with it and you move your body about. And you kind of just, it's like the physical expression of the flow of energy. Like, you already have it moving within you, but Qigong is the physical expression. When you pair these two together, guys, you'll just start, it will just aid your movement of energy throughout your body. That's what you want to do. You want to circulate the energy throughout your body because, as I said before, Kundalini, it forms in your lower chakras. I basically like to see like a furnace. Your lower chakras are the furnace. They're like the energy centers, bro. That's why, like, sacral, that's why everyone's obsessed with sex, root, fighting, because those chakras are powerful, guys. Like, they literally fuel up. But most people only live in the bottom 3 chakras, so it's like, it's a waste. This whole thing about doing breathwork, yoga, to open up your energies, feeling the energies, you want to harness those powers, those high energy centers from below, and you move it up through breathwork, Qigong, having a steady mind, not being like actually monitoring yourself, analyzing yourself, being inquisitive, acting righteous, okay? So anyway, where's I going with this? I'm talking about breathwork and Qigong, yeah? So they literally to move that heavy energy source throughout your body, okay? You do it properly, you just, I can't even really explain it sometimes, right? You just tingling. Other times I've like passed out, but that's because I was doing breathwork as well. I was doing Wim Hof breathing, so like, I've passed out from it. But guys, I promise you it's okay, like, you'll be fine. Thirdly, yoga. Guys, yoga and stretching your body is so important because it's actually opening up your energy centers. You're literally doing a stretch where you're forcing your body, like, you're putting pressure on those energy centers, but you're stretching them out. You're literally opening them up to receive higher energy, okay? And you should just be doing yoga anyway. You should be stretching at least, because as humans, we sit down a lot. And if you're not stretching, you're going to end up like 40 with a bad back, so, or even 30. So guys, you should just be doing yoga anyway. But yeah, yoga unblocks the body. Like, I don't fully know how it works. I believe it's to do with the blood flow. Like, when you become present, if you're off the weed. Now guys, you don't even need weed, honestly. Like, if you can do it sober, you can do it. But I just think it takes longer to become that present while sober. Like, you have to empty your mind. And when you're sober, it's easy for your ego mind, your consciousness to kind of or your conscious mind to kind of start thinking. But weed helps you to just like become more present. So yeah, you don't need the weed, but I'm telling you, when you do it, yeah, I'm pretty sure as you do yoga, it forces the blood flow, and because you're super present, you can feel that blood flow, and it makes you become aware of those areas and subtly tap in to the chakras. So yeah, guys, those 3 things are key. Like, nowadays, I don't mind smoking weed, but I always try to do a bit of meditation or Qigong or just some sort of energy work, guys. Like, it feels better as well, honestly. Like, I'm due to just, like, I'm basically at the point now where I only smoke weed and just meditate before I go to bed. So yeah, I've had other weird experiences as well, like seeing lights. But guys, it's not weird. This one, when you come present, this would all happen sober as well. This would all happen sober. It just depends on how deeply you can become present. I'm literally just using weed as like a crutch, I guess. But I don't see any problem with it. Some people think there's a problem with it. Obviously, as I said, I'm not dependent on it. I don't do it all the time because I said it depends on whether you're addicted or not. Like, I don't have an addictive personality, but yeah. Also, at some point, I do plan to just try to do this all completely sober. So yeah. Animals, next point, animals have frequencies, okay? Animals have frequencies. I think you should understand this. As I've mentioned in other videos, everything is God, and therefore everything is energy. But animals do have chakras, okay? Not chakras. They do have energy. My experience with it was that I had a weird experience with a bee like flying past me, okay? And I was literally just reading a book here, and I smoked a bit. Reading a book, this bee flew past me, yeah, and I could feel like the vibrations like pulsating through my body as the bee flew past me. It was cool, to be honest, but it was like, but what made it weird was the fact the bee just fell asleep next to me afterwards. Like, I don't know, I don't really know how to infer from that, but that's it, guys. Bees have frequencies. I think we should all know that. Yeah, animals have frequencies probably. So finally, I'm basically getting onto the, I'm almost done, guys. This isn't going to be a quick one because it's just like, I don't know, I don't feel weird talking about myself, but it's like, I just kind of want to give you the information. Like, I don't want to just be like, oh, I had this, and this all happened to me. So, yeah. The power of prayer and belief. Now, everything is mental, guys. Everything is mental. But, well, there was one time I got high, yeah. I got so paranoid, guys. I was actually so paranoid. And then, I just started praying. And immediately, my brain went blank, as in, it literally just emptied out my brain. So what I've inferred from this is that prayer is powerful because of a belief system. Now, I wouldn't say I'm Christian. Like, I am Christian, but I'm not full Christian in terms of like, well, typical, like you go to church, you read the Bible all the time. I'm not that Christian, but I think there is power beneath it because of the ancestral roots. That I'm black, and like every black person, you like basically goes to church. So I'm sure my grandparents, my mom and dad probably went to church at some point. So it's literally in your blood. So it makes sense that that had such a powerful effect on me, okay? Your belief system, what you've been brought up with, will have, like, you believe in it, will have power. So prayer is, like, powerful because I have belief in it, plus my family, ancestral energy behind it is also there. But prayer literally saves you. How does prayer save you? It empties your mind, which is why, actually, I'm going to mention that later. I'll mention that later, guys. But yeah, prayer literally empties your mind, okay? The second thing, just positivity, just straight up feels good, okay? When I'm high and I've done anything, just thinking positively, doing any sort of visualization, positively reimagining stuff. I've done it, and I did it whilst high, and I literally just felt like positive energy. It just felt happy, I guess, or good. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is, the point I'm trying to make is, guys, weed makes you more present, so it makes you feel things. And what I'm basically saying is I'm doing all these spiritual works, okay? Or just not even spiritual, just experiences, okay? And when I'm high, it's making me realize, whoa, this is actually what the experience feels like. When you do these things sober, you don't really take in what it's doing to you. But I'm telling you, when I've done these things high, prayer literally empties your mind out completely. Thinking positively literally feels like good emotions across your body. But I feel like when we're sober, we don't feel these things. Like, we don't even notice this happening. This is why it's important to be positive. That's why they tell you that. So yeah, last 2 slides. Now, this is how I'm going to sum it up, guys. Like, to sum up everything weed has taught me, like, it's taught me a lot of things. But the main thing I've learned from it is that everything's mental, okay? The difference between my good experiences with weed and my bad experiences with weed, and this is just going further into the whole of life, not when you're sober, everything, not just weed, but everything is love or fear. I've mentioned this before already, but weed really just like gets it in my head, like everything is love or fear, okay? Excuse me. Every thought, every speech, every action, like weed makes you more perceptive to that. You're really just making a choice of love or fear, okay? When I got paranoid, I was picking fear. I was overthinking, chose fear, okay? When you just choose to love, you just stop thinking, okay? Because even to stop thinking is a display of your love. You're not going to start thinking about anything. That's actually the highest love, to just let go of your mind completely. But when you do that, guys, that's when weed feels the best. You literally enter that empty state, and then you realize this is heaven. I think that is like when you empty your brain to that extent where you're not thinking about anything, you realize, I think that's what they talk about when they say heaven. I can't claim to know everything, guys, even though I am like the one. We're all the one. I don't mean that in a cocky way. Everyone's the one. You're the one. If you're watching this, you're the one as well. Like literally, if you choose to believe you are. Have the faith, have the love to say that you are the one, guys. But yeah, I'm telling you guys, when you really empty your brain, yeah, you realize that is like the bliss, like the point where nothing bothers you. Nothing, your brain will send you random thoughts to try to throw you off, and you don't even react to it. You're just peaceful, you're just still. That's like the highest state of being in the flow, in my opinion. Because from what I thought was being high, when you're in that state, yeah, that's when things like just start happening. You start feeling the energy moving all through your body. You'll see lights. I've seen lights, bro. So yeah, it's literally love or fear. Just love the experience so much that you become present. I think I talked about in my meditation, and that meditation is becoming a union with thing. That's what I'm saying. I'm just meditating whilst high, and it's making me realize, wow, this is what it was when you get into deep meditation. Like your brain is literally so empty. Energy starts moving throughout your body. You start seeing things. No, I haven't seen a lot. I ain't seen a lot. I don't even want to scare people. Like, seeing things might be the wrong word, but I've seen like lights. I'm pretty sure I've seen angels. So yeah, like people hate on weed. I'm telling you guys, you're just not using it correctly. Like, actually roll your weed and be thankful. Like, thank the weed for the experience, and don't smoke a whole spliff of weed, okay? If you need to smoke a whole spliff to get high, you're abusing weed. You're abusing weed, okay? But then again, what do I know, guys? All I can tell you is my experience. But yeah, to end it off, it's really simple. You want to have a good experience with weed? Bless your weed, okay? The same way you bless your food. Pray over it, thank it. I'm pretty sure weed is a female plant. It's she's giving you experience. You should thank it the same way you thank God. It's a part of God. Now, I don't want people to take this and just like go take any mad drug. Like, still have, as I say, guys, on a spiritual journey, you should still have your wits about you, okay? Don't be an idiot, okay? But weed's fine, man. Like, literally, weed's fine, man. I can't lie. Just don't smoke a lot. Don't buy some like chemical shit. I don't smoke anything which has got like spice in it, and you'll be fine. But yeah, bless your weed, man. Pray over it. Like, just feel love for it, okay? Secondly, remain open no matter what happens. Because like when I first smoked weed, as I said, I don't even know if I said it, but I just got mad paranoid, fam. I thought I was gonna die. I got mad paranoid. I wasn't being open. I was giving into fear, and that's why the experience was a bad experience. Now, at the time, I wasn't spiritual and I didn't know this, so like, can you blame me? You can't really blame me for having that reaction. But yeah, it made sense why I had that reaction, because I wasn't seeing things the right way. So that's it. Remain open. Don't give in to the fear, okay? Whatever fear is gonna happen, you have to just put it away and believe in the love, okay? If you smoke the weed and you're getting paranoid, remember, God loves you. God loves you. You're protected by God, and nothing can happen. And then just release the thought. Stop thinking about whatever you're thinking, because your brain will just get into a loop, or just keep going, and then you'll just get paranoid. Like, you'll get bad paranoia. Then you'll actually start seeing bad things. And yeah, that's it. Remain positive and meditate, man. Just empty your mind. I'm telling you guys, everyone's just smoking weed to distract themselves, to numb themselves out. Why don't you smoke weed and just become present instead? Become present with yourself. Just meditate deeply. Meditate, experience it, see how your body feels, feel the energy. It's all there. Because it's literally all there, guys. It's not going anywhere. How can it go anywhere? There's nowhere for energy to go. Energy can't be destroyed or created. I'm pretty sure that's what they said. I think that's what I learned in physics. It's all there. It's within you. You're just not present enough to feel it, okay? Weed will help you become present. If you don't want to smoke weed, you don't have to. But yeah, you just got to put in a bit more work, or I think you have to be in meditation for longer to feel these things. But it's all there, okay? That's it, man. Experience the weed. Don't think, feel it, okay? That's actually just the key to life. You don't have to think. You have to feel it, okay? That's it, guys. Should I say anything? Nah. I'm gonna upload more. This is just, I don't really care what happens on this channel. If it gets views, it gets views. But I'm just spilling the real stuff, and that's it. And I'm just giving my mindsets on things. If you don't have to agree with everything I say. You just pick and choose what you want to believe. You go experience for yourself how these things feel, and then you know, and then you form your own experience, okay? That's the key to life, man. You can get it all from yourself, but you also just listen to others. You take bits and you just merge it into your own understanding. And that's how you form your own unique thing, where it's a merge of your understanding, other people's understanding, but yet it's not a copy of anyone. Okay? So yeah, I hope everyone has a good day or a good night, wherever you're from, and have a blessed day.